Okay, so you did it. You saved your first $20,000. And let me just say, that is a huge deal. It takes discipline, a ton of time, and probably a lot of sacrifice. But here's the secret nobody tells you. The hard part wasn't saving the money. Nope. The hardest, most dangerous part is what you do in the next 48 hours, right after you hit that number.
So you're probably breathing a sigh of relief, thinking, phew, the hard part's over, right? Well, not exactly. See, that moment you hit your goal, that's precisely when your brain starts whispering that you deserve a little reward, an upgrade, a little something nice. And learning to ignore that whisper is what separates the wealthy from, well, pretty much everyone else.
Okay, let's just get right into it, because the choice you make right now, it's absolutely critical. It really just boils down to two different paths. There's path A, where that 20 grand turns into over $350,000, basically without you lifting a finger. Or there's path B, where in just 6 months, you're pretty much right back where you started, wondering where it all went. The difference between these two realities, it all comes down to what you do in the next couple of weeks.
This moment right here is what I like to call the $20,000 crossroads. And the real challenge here isn't about picking the perfect stock or finding some secret investment. The real challenge is fighting your own psychology.
See, this is the fundamental problem, right? It's this massive internal tug of war. Your brain is literally hardwired for immediate gratification. It craves certainty. It wants rewards now. But building real, lasting wealth, that requires the exact opposite. It takes decades of patience and, just as important, the emotional strength to handle the ups and downs of the market. This right here, this is the battle. And winning it is everything.
So, before you even dream about investing a single dollar, you have to do something that's, a lot less exciting, but it's way, way more important. You have to stop the bleeding. And what that means is aggressively, ruthlessly paying down any high-interest debt you have.
Look, this is exactly why. Trying to invest while you're carrying credit card debt is like trying to fill a bucket that has a giant hole in the bottom. I mean, the stock market might give you a potential 10% gain in a good year, but your credit card, that's handing you a guaranteed 22% loss every single year. You're basically volunteering to lose money. It's a mathematical impossibility to win that game.
We all love to talk about the magic of compound interest, right? Well, this is its evil twin, negative compound interest. It's this powerful force that is actively working against you, compounding every single month, making you poorer while you sleep. It is the single biggest destroyer of financial dreams, period.
Actually, let me tell you a quick story about a friend of mine. This is a real thing that happened. He had some credit card debt, but he decided to invest 10 grand anyway. He was totally convinced that getting into the market early was the key. And 3 years later, the market had boomed, and his investment was up $3,000. He felt like an absolute genius. But, and this is the part he wasn't paying attention to, during those exact same 3 years, while he was just making the minimum payments on his credit cards, he had paid a staggering $8,000 in interest alone. So you do the math, right? His $3,000 win actually cost him 8 grand to get. He was $5,000 poorer than if he had just paid off the debt first. He was winning a battle, but he was absolutely losing the war.
Okay, so step 1 is done. You've killed the high-interest debt. You've stopped the bleeding. Now it's time to invest, right? Well, not quite. There's one more crucial step before you do anything else. You need to build your financial fortress. This is your emergency fund.
And the rules here are pretty straightforward. If you're single and you have a stable job, you need 3 months of your essential living expenses saved up. If you have a family, a mortgage, or if your income is less predictable, like a freelancer, you need a bare minimum of 6 months. And listen, this money does not go in the stock market. It goes into a boring, safe, high-yield savings account. And please hear me on this. This is not dead money.
And that's the big mindset shift you have to make right here. You've got to stop thinking of your emergency fund as an investment that needs to get a huge return. It's not. It's insurance. Its job isn't to make you rich. Its job is to stop you from going into debt when life, inevitably happens. The return it pays is peace of mind. And that peace of mind is what gives you the courage to stay invested when the market is crashing.
All right, the debt's gone. The fortress is built. Now, finally, we get to the fun part. This is where we start building real, actual wealth. And I call this the boring path to millions, because what really works is incredibly simple and, to be honest, a little bit boring.
So here it is, the whole boring path to millions strategy. It's just 3 steps. First, you max out a Roth IRA. Why? Because every single dollar it earns grows 100% tax-free, forever. Second, inside that Roth IRA, you buy one thing: a simple, broad, low-cost index fund, something like VOO or VTI. You're basically just buying a tiny slice of the entire US economy. And third, you automate your contributions, and then you forget about it. Let time do all the heavy lifting. Your only job is to not mess it up.
So let's just run the numbers. What happens if you take that initial 20 grand, invest it, and then do absolutely nothing else?
Okay, check this out. After 10 years, assuming about a 10% average return, your 20 grand is now almost $52,000. After 20 years, it's over $134,000. And after 30 years, that single one-time investment becomes nearly $350,000, all from doing literally nothing. That is the magic of compound interest. I mean, that's pretty incredible on its own, but that's not the whole story. What if, on top of that first investment, you were able to just consistently add $500 a month? What happens then?
That one little change, that consistency, it completely transforms the outcome. After 30 years, you don't have 350 grand, you have over $1.5 million. This is it. This is how normal people build life-changing wealth. It's not through some secret stock pick, it's through boring, relentless consistency over decades.
Okay, so now you have the plan. It's simple, it's proven. But now, we got to talk about the traps. These are the behavioral mistakes, the psychological pitfalls that derail even the best plans and, frankly, keep people from ever getting ahead.
The number one trap, the one everyone falls for, is trying to time the market. People see the market hitting all-time highs and they get scared, so they think, I'll just wait for a crash. Just look at this data from JP Morgan. It shows why that is a total disaster. If you missed just the 10 best trading days over a 20-year period, your returns were cut in half. And the crazy part, those best days often happen right after the worst days. Time in the market always beats timing the market, always. And trap number 2. This one is maybe even more dangerous. It's called lifestyle inflation. You know, you get a raise, you hit a savings goal, and you reward yourself with a nicer car. That extra payment of $380 a month, it doesn't seem like a big deal. But what's the real cost? Over 30 years, that same $380 a month, if you invested instead, would have become over $860,000. You are literally trading a nearly $1 million retirement for a slightly nicer commute.
You have to understand something. The people who quietly build these 7-figure net worths, they aren't geniuses with some secret knowledge. They're not crypto wizards or stock-picking savants. They're just more boring. They do the same simple things month after month, decade after decade, while everyone else is out there chasing excitement and trying to be clever.
And that's really the question that $20,000 in your bank account is asking you right now. It's a test. Can you ignore all the noise, resist that powerful urge for instant gratification, and just choose the boring, proven path? Can you choose boring over broke? Because the answer to that question will determine your entire financial future.